What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to be hooking up the second Badlands zxr12000 Harbor Freight winch that I picked up as a spare that I'm going to keep for use around the place, wherever I need it, and that sort of thing. So I've got this mount over here that I bought from Tractor Supply because it looked like it was a little bit better. I don't know if it is or not. I have not opened the box, but by looking at what I've seen on the internet and whatnot, it looks like it may be a little better. So we're gonna open this up over here and check it out, see what it looks like. Move some of this stuff up the top of it. Let's see here. Alright guys, so I've got it out of the box here, and it appears to be a decently made piece there. They got it where it folds up and stuff, and then you put the bolts in it right there. So I'm hoping the bolt pattern, it looks like it's got two different bolt patterns here, I'm guessing for small frame and large frame winches. So that means it should fit. And the roller fair lead mount is slotted, so I believe it's going to work. And I probably could have built one of these cheaper, but sometimes your time is worth something. And also, I wanted this to be as light as possible, and in order for it to be light as possible, you have to figure that if you build it and you build it heavier, that it's going to be heavier and be harder to tote around. So that's one of the reasons that I decided to go this route, and this was like 75 bucks with tax, because they had a sale, or they had a coupon for it. And so that's not too bad of a price. I mean, might could have saved 50 bucks or something building one. But as I say, your time is worth something. We have to bolt the fair lead on first, I know that much. So well, that hardware feels cheap. It must be like grade 0 or something. I don't know what it is. Anywho. That was the wrong bolt I had there. And the nut. I think since the motor is going to overhang out here on the end, I don't have to worry about hooking up the ground cable on this before I mount the winch in here. So that's kind of nice. Go ahead and put my little square nuts inside the bottom of here. It looks like that's going to fit in there pretty well. We'll have to flip it forward on the ferro lead in order to get it where it needs to go there, I believe. I hope the holes line up. My line-up bar. One of these days I'm going to get me a work table built or bought or something so that I won't be doing this like this on the floor. But I guess, I don't know, not going to be today. Does not appear. I need another line-up bar because I'm not going to be able to keep that where it's got to be too good. Because I need to take the line-up bar out so I can hold it with my knee. Finger's still not doing too well, as I smashed in a previous video. I should be able to get a line-up bar in one of these holes and then put the bolt to the other, this end, because I got one end up and it's sitting straight. Unless the nut has walked over and blocking the hole there. Try on this one out. Do not need this anymore. Now then we have to hook up our cable, our ground cable and our cable from the control box to the ground stud, and then we can flip it back over. Let's see. So this will clip on there like that, hook over, tighten the screws down right there. Don't know what the best way to route this is, but I can run it however after I get it hooked up, I suppose. All right, we're ready to flip her down now. Cut these just to get them out of the doggone way. Tab in. Let's see. Put them over there somewhere for now. And we got our red wire. Will come around, goes here. These are color coded. I know you probably can't see it on camera. They have a small amount of color on the bottom of them here, so you can see where to hook them up at. That's that, except for putting the hook on. And tightening up the handle bolts. Must be a different quality pin right there, Carter key, whatever. It's a lot harder to bend than the one that I did in the last video on the Dodge here. I did it with my hand, I think. Anyway, let me snug these right here up, these little bolts. I believe they're 1/2 inch. Yeah, I've got a 1/2 inch socket for the impact here. Snug them up. Ain't very big bolts. It's not too bad. I mean, it's probably 100 pounds, maybe. Something like that. It's not too bad to pick up. So that's what she's going to look like there, and all I'll have to do now is hook it up to a battery with a threaded post like an 18-wheeler has, a Group 31 battery. I got one sitting over here on the floor. I'll show you. It just has the threaded studs on top. So all I'll have to do is put those cables onto a battery and plug my cord in, and then I have a portable winch that I can tote around and use for different applications. And so what I have in mind is installing a receiver tube on my gooseneck trailer out there, and instead of having a winch permanently mounted to the gooseneck like I did on my previous one, setting out in the weather and then not wanting to take it off if I decide to sell the trailer, or somebody taking it off for me when I'm not around, I'll have something here that's portable that all I got to do is pull a pin and remove it or install it. I can keep it inside out of the weather, so that, you know, it doesn't rust up, water doesn't get in the electronics as bad, just a little better for it. And then when I need it, I can slip it in the receiver hitch that I'm going to weld onto the trailer there and put a pin in it, and then we'll have a winch on the trailer should we need to winch something up there, or if I need to pull a vehicle out from the backside, I can run that in the receiver hitch and set a battery on the tailgate. Good to go. I'm not going to bother even hooking this thing up tonight because, well, I don't have a use for it, and I'm assuming it works, and my finger is still hurting from the previous video where I smashed it installing the last winch on the front of the Dodge over here. If you have not seen that video, here's what I'm talking about right there. Installed one here and was drilling the hole out, and the drill bit caught and pulled my finger down and smacked my hand up against here and smashed my finger there. So I'm not going to lug this thing around and try to maneuver it anywhere. It's in a good spot. It, like I said, it's probably 100 pounds or close to it. You know, you can pick it up, maneuver it around if you need to, but it's a nice looking setup there. I think I like that Tractor Supply mount over the one that Harbor Freight. I think this one's actually rated a little higher also. And it's probably something everybody should have in their garage. And if you have any kind of car trailer or a pickup truck and think you might get stuck, you know, that's about a $400 investment right there for what I paid for that winch and the mount, somewhere around 400 bucks. And then all you need is a battery. And as I say, if you get a threaded top battery, either a deep cycle RV battery or a Group 31 out of an 18-wheeler, all you got to do is hook those two wires up with two nuts and plug your control in, stick it in your receiver hitch, put the pin in, and you are ready to start winching. So get yourself out of a bind or in a bind.